While benevolence is the soul of Confucianism, the ritual is its outside form or the method to practice benevolence. It involved a lot more than rites. It was a system of criteria in which people of different classes and positions were characterized and symbolized by different modes of dressing, ration of appliances, and so on, and in correspondence with their duties. It was also about how all kinds of rites were held, with all specific details included. We will learn about the ritual from the three angles: the ritual for running a state or country, the ritual for personal cultivation, and principles of performing the ritual. For its meaning to the state, Confucius has placed much significance on the ritual. He said, if the people are governed by laws and order is kept by punishment, they would be obedient but not conscientious. If they are led by virtue and order is kept by the rites, they would be conscientious and act in agreement with what's right. The ritual serves to cultivate a natural consciousness of doing right and good among people. In another article, he said, if the ruler observes the ritual, the people will be obedient. This shows the influence of the rulers on people. Once Zigong wanted to save the sacrificial sheep on the first day of each moon. Confucius said, Ci, you care for the sheep, while I care for the rites. Here his point is that the sacrifices on such rites weren't wasted, for such rites helped keep the society well. But of course, the ritual is not a decoration. So Confucius said, if a country can be governed in accordance with the ritual system, what more need I say? If not, what is the use of the ritual system? It should be used to shape a civilized country. And what systems did Confucius approve of? The Analects mentioned it twice. Once to Zizhang, who asked if the ritual system of 10 generations to come could be foreseen. Confucius said, if a dynasty inherits the Zhou system, then its ritual system can be foreseen even 100 generations later. He really appreciated Zhou dynasty's ritual system, so that he mentioned it again when Yan Yuan asked how to serve in a state. He said, use the calendar of Xia, ride the carriage of Yin, wear the ceremonial dress of Zhou. The three dynasties each had something to be praised by Confucius, and about Zhou, it was the rites. How does the ritual help with personal cultivation then? According to Confucius, a cultured man who was well-read in literature and restrained by the rites would not overstep what's right. For the ritual taught people to be good citizens. And for more times than one, Confucius told his students or son that a man should be established in the society and be recognized as an intelligent gentleman only through the ritual. And even other virtues needed the guidance of the ritual, as was said by Confucius. Without the restriction of the ritual, respect will lead to labor lost, caution to timidity, courage to violence, and even frankness to acerbity. He meant that all virtues should be cultivated with ritual as the guiding principle, otherwise they might go to extreme and become something overdone. So, when Yan Yuan asked about the approaches to achieve benevolence, Confucius taught him not to look at anything, nor listen to, nor speak of, nor do anything against the rules of ritual. This also shows the relationship between benevolence and the ritual. Then, what principles were there to perform the ritual? Confucius once said, if a man is not benevolent, what is the use for him to perform the rites? One must firstly be benevolent before he performs rites. When Lin Fang asked about the fundamental of the rites, Confucius said, a significant question. In ritual performance, it would be better to be thrift than lavish. In morning service, it would be better to be deep in grief than minute in observance. Again, he emphasized attitude, which should be seen as more important than forms. Now, let's go to the final section, East meets West. Look at the two famous sentences. The Bible says, give others what you want to be given. And the Analect says, don't give others what you don't want to be given. Can you see the difference? According to Mr. Xu Yuanchong, the biblical maxim is positive, while the Confucian one is negative. And Mr. Xu attributed the religious wars in Europe in the Middle Ages to the influence of the positive attitude of giving what one wants to others. The Catholics believed in Catholicism, and they wanted the Protestants to believe it too. When the latter refused, they were called pagans by the former and even put to death by them. Thus, war broke out. On the other hand, in ancient China, Confucianism coexisted with Buddhism and Taoism peacefully for thousands of years because they all taught people to be lenient and soft to others and to accept diversity. So, no religious war ever happened in China. This is a good proof of Confucius' wisdom. It has ensured China an inner peace and harmony through thousands of years. Chinese culture and philosophy deserve much further study. Let's start from here and unseal the treasure of Chinese wisdom. Thank you.